Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear me? Anything? You can hear me? Guardian fans, we are down here in St. Louis, Missouri to face Carshield at the first game of this series. There'll be 4 games throughout this tournament, 1 today, 2 tomorrow, 1 Sunday morning. We're just about to have opening face-off here. Refs looking around, making sure everybody's good. Goalies looking like they're getting something on the net over there. As we move in for opening face-off. Guardians win the draw back. Cronlin steps up. He dumps it up to Boris. Barr's there along with Campbell trying to get the puck down in the zone. Campbell picks it up. He starts skating in the zone. He's fouled in by Barr. He shoots it on net. That's blocked away into behind the net. Campbell picks it up. He circles around. He's tripped up a little bit. Still able to hold on to the puck. He comes back. He runs into some trouble. O'Brien now comes out the far side. Puck's now battling there on the half wall. That comes out into center ice. Carshield now moving it through the neutral zone. They then dump it in. That runs all the way around behind the net. Higgy now in pursuit of the puck on the near side here. Guardians pick it up. They pass it up to O'Brien. O'Brien can't quite hold on, and that puck's dumped back into the zone. Higgy picks it up behind the net. He reverses it back to the other side. Barr picks it up on the half wall. He tries to poke it out of the zone, unable to get there. They take a shot on net, and that's sealed up by Lombardo. Well, a face-off down in the Guardian zone. Guardians win the draw. They rivet it around to the far boards. Lynette picks it up on the far side. He tries to chip it around, get it out of the zone. Ogram's there to battle as well. Carshield's able to hold the zone. They now got possession. They dump it down deep. That goes behind the net. Simonson goes back to retrieve. Simonson throws it up to Olsen. Olsen now moving up to half wall. He moves it into the center ice, trying to get to Lynette. Can't get it there. Ogram comes through. Nearly intercepts that play. Carshield picks it up in their own zone. They fire it up the boards as they start to come out of their own zone and move it through the neutral zone. They got the outside. Moravicek steps up. He pushes that puck over into the near corner. They try to center. It's off the side of the post. Puck's then rimmed around. They then fire it back deep. That puck rims around behind the net. Simonson picks it up. He backhands it up the boards to Olsen. Olsen then gets it over to Ogram. Ogram now moves it over to Lynette. Lynette now trying to get it over the center line. He then dumps it in. Carshield bats that down as they regroup, as they come through the neutral zone. That's intercepted by Campbell. Campbell now moving up the far near side here. He hits the brace. Puck then goes down deep into the corner. Amos now battling behind the net. Puck comes out. Carshield then rims it up high off the glass. Cronlin tries to hold the zone, but it gets out behind him. Kagey's now going to move back to get it, and that's going to be an icing. That'll bring a face-off down into the Carshield zone. 11:38 left in the first period. Score 0-0. Campbell in to take the draw. Puck's loose right on the dot there. Carshield backhands it up. Cronlin backs out. He goes cross ice over to Higgy. Higgy now steps around one guy. He almost loses it, but is able to dump that puck deep into the zone. Amos now putting pressure on the forecheck. Carshield then rims it up the boards. That goes deep down in the zone. Amos goes to get it. Amos now with it. He passes it out front. That gets to Campbell. He shoots. That's blocked. Then shot and a goal by is that Amos or Campbell? That was Amos who got the rebound on that from Campbell. That's 1-0 Guardians. That goal score with 11 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first period. The Guardians strike first as we move in for a face-off here at center ice. Comes out with the draw. He's hooked. He gets it over to Moravicek. Moravicek then throws it up the boards. Ogren picks it up here right at center ice. He tries to get it through, and Albar with it. He has that puck poked away right on the blue line. That comes out in the neutral zone. Carshield now entering the Guardian zone. Simonson trying to push him to the outside. He hits the brakes. Lynette's there. He tries to poke that puck around, unable to get it. They go across ice right in the high slot. They get it through. Guardians then are able to get it out of the zone. Or not out of the zone, but down in the corner, out of trouble. Simonson battling along with Ogren. Ogren picks it up behind the net. He rims it out to Lynette. Lynette can't hold on to it. Puck comes back into the zone. So Barr with it on the half wall. He starts to skate it up the boards here. He gets it out into the neutral zone. Carshield then turns it over. Lynette now at the puck, moving it back towards the Carshield zone. He moves it to the outside. He steps around the defender. He's got a guy in the middle. Barr, but shot by Barr, but that goes wide. Campbell picks it up on the far side. Barr trying to put pressure on the far side. They get it out into the neutral zone. Cronlin picks it up. Cronlin then goes cross ice. That comes out to Barr. Barr steps around one guy. He's got a breakaway. He shoots and he scores! Barr gets a step there on the neutral zone, gets a breakaway, and is able to bury that glove side. That's 2-0 Guardians, 9:49 left in the first period. Carshield wins the draw. They go back into their own zone to regroup, then cross ice. They then get it just outside the zone, but that's stripped away by Campbell. And we're going to get called offsides. Well, a face-off just outside the zone. Face-off goes down the zone. That's intercepted by Campbell. Then he can't hold on to it. Carshield picks it up. They regroup in their own zone. They now move it out into the neutral zone. They try to go cross ice. They can't connect. So Heggy's going to pick it up in the far corner. He pauses. He's got some time. He then gets it up to Campbell, but he's pushed off the puck. Carshield then picks it up in the neutral zone as they start to push up the boards. Heggy now steps up. He throws it right back up the boards. Battle there on the far side. That comes out in the middle of the ice. Carshield able to get that puck, then stripped away by Campbell. Campbell now coming out of our zone. He chips it up off the board. That goes down to the Carshield defense. They try to go D to D, but they can't connect. Forced to chip it up the boards. Battle here right in front. Alburn in there along with Olsen. Alburn comes out with it. He gets it on his backhand. He tries to chip it down deep. Carshield now goes cross ice. That's nearly intercepted by Heggy. But that puck goes all the way down into the zone. It's not going to be an icing. Cronman's got to go back. Auburn's going to get a penalty for tripping. Face-off will come back into the Guardian zone. Guardians go on the PK with 8:35 left in the first period. Campbell wins the draw. He's then able to get it out of the zone. O'Brien's putting pressure on, but Carshield's able to spin out of trouble. Puck's then poked back into the neutral zone. Carshield now regrouping as they start to gain the zone with speed. They go around to the outside. They cut it back towards the middle. That's intercepted by O'Brien. O'Brien tries to chip it out of the zone. That comes out. That's going to go all the way like the ice. Campbell's now got a step. He's getting it to the net. He fires. That's blocked away by the goaltender. Now Amos with the puck. He comes right through the middle of the slot there, but then is taken off the puck. Carshield then slaps it, still unable to get it out of the zone. They then flip it out into the neutral zone. Morbacek picks it up. He goes over, trying to get to Simonson, but is off his mark. Carshield now coming through the middle of the ice. That's poked away by the Guardians. Amos picks it up and able to throw it out into the neutral zone. Now got a battle right out here in front. Amos taking on three guys. Carshield comes out with it, dumps it down deep into the zone. Simonson goes out to the far side. Carshield then rims it around back the other way into the near corner. Simonson using his body, trying to get control of that puck down in the corner. Carshield then comes in with a helper to pick it out. They go back to their point. They're then forced to dump it back down. That rims all the way around behind the net. Carshield then comes out, nearly intercepted by Amos, but Carshield able to knock it down deeper into the zone. That puck's then kicked into the near corner. Carshield with control of the puck in the corner. They start to walk out. They got it loose right in front. Shot. That's a glove save by Lombardo. He puts that puck right up over the net. That was going in. But he's able to save that. Carshield now got it to the outside. They rim it down deep behind the net. Morbacek now going to the half wall. Guardians are able to clear it out of the zone. Amos picks it up as he starts to move it to the outside. He hits the brakes. He tries to come back to the middle. Both teams are now full strength. He skates it in. He tries to get it over. Can't quite connect. Puck's loose right there in front. Puck's still loose out in front. Carshield now coming back the other way. Alden does a nice job hustling to get back. They force that rush pass, and that's broken up by Lynette. Lynette now with it. He starts to move it into the zone. He gets around a defender. He's got it down in the far corner. He tries to cut it back to the middle, but he's taken down. That's going to be a penalty on Carshield. 6:07 left in the first period. Scores 2-0, and Guardians are going on the power play. Face-off's won by the Guardians, back to Higgy. Higgy goes back to Barr. Barr doesn't see that it's coming. Algren picks it up behind the net. Algren now circles around. He's looking for an opening. He drops it off to Crowlin. Crowlin then dumps it down. Barr goes to Algren. Algren now circling towards the net. He goes back to Barr. Barr now with it. He gets it in towards the net. He dumps it off to Algren. Algren back to Barr. Then Barr out to Crowlin at the point. He goes cross ice trying to get it to Higgy, but he's off his mark. Now Carshield coming back the other way. That's intercepted by Crowlin. Crowlin's then poked off the puck. Barr now intercepts that in the neutral zone. He's now got some speed as he moves to the outside. He gets around one guy, then cuts it back into the middle. Puck's then poked off into the corner. He tries to get it back out to Lynette. Lynette battling on the half wall. That comes back out to Barr. Barr steps around one guy. He's got a lane. He shoots and he scores! That puck kicked out right at the top of the circle there. Barr's circling through. He picks it up, gets a lane right to the net, and he buries another one glove side. That's now 3-0 in favor of the Guardians with 5:14 left in the first. Carshield now trying to regroup in their zone. They go D to D, then that's blocked by Olsen, then intercepted by Campbell in neutral zone. Now he's now moving into the middle of the ice. He's trying to find a lane to the net. He starts to slow up and circles around deeper into the zone. He comes back, he's taken down, shot on net. Puck's loose in front, we're gonna have a whistle. Carshield wins the draw as they start to skate it around their own net. They hit the brace, come back the other way, then rim it up off the boards. Simonson there holds the zone. Olsen now picks it up, dumps it back deep, trying to get it to O'Brien. O'Brien now with it. He spins around out of the corner, spins back the other way. He now comes around the net. He's trying to find an opening. He gets it out to Morvacek. Morvacek back to O'Brien. O'Brien now tries to get it back to the net, but he's laying on his belly. He can't quite get a good stick on it. He's still battling down there in the near corner there. They throw it out. That's going to go to Morvacek on the point. He holds that, dumps it back in deep. Carshield now coming out of the zone. They throw it the length of the ice, and that's going to be an ice. Guardians win the draw. Puck then kicks out behind the net. Carshield picks it up. They throw it up the boards. Algren's there trying to hold it. Comes back to Higgy. Higgy's now battling right on the blue line, trying to hold the zone. Carshield now, they go down. Higgy's able to step up, push that puck deeper into the zone. Carshield then goes cross ice. They're then able to get it through the zone as they start to skate it into the Guardian zone. They then rim it around the boards. Crowlin picks it up on the far side, chips it up to Algren. Algren now moving up through the middle. He goes cross ice to Lynette. Lynette trying to get around the defender. He's got some room. He gets it to the outside. He hits the brakes. He then passes it out to Algren. Algren goes back to Higgy. He can't hold on to it on the blue line. He's now skating back in a foot race. He hits the brakes, comes back the other way. He's then taken down. Carshield then takes it down into the zone. Olsen's Higgy's going to throw his weight around there, and he's going to get a penalty. .307 left in the first period. Guardians are now on the penalty kills. The face-off's back into their zone. Campbell in to take the draw. Carshield wins it back to their point. Morvacek's now able to step up. He's able to clear the zone. Barnow putting pressure on the Carshield player as they dump it back into the neutral zone. They now start to come back the other way. They move it to the outside. They throw it around behind the net. They then try to move it into the middle of the ice. Bardow with it. He sends it cross ice to Campbell. Campbell spins out. He's quickly taken on. He's then taken down.
It's the same thing.
Carshield now starting to break it out of their zone. Morvacek picks it up. He goes high off the glass, back into the neutral zone. They then go cross ice and then back through the middle, but then Morvacek's going to intercept. He throws it back out of the zone. They're going to be offsides.
Hey, you got one right. Good job.
Carshield shoots it on net. That goes wide. Cronlin going to pick it up on the half wall. He tries to step around a guy. Carshield now dumps it back deep. Cronlin battling the half wall. Carshield able to dump that puck deep into the zone. Simonson now battling in the corner. He throws it up to Algren. Algren then able to backhand it out of the zone. O'Brien trying to put pressure on. Carshield able to step around and get that puck back in the zone. It's then broken up. Lombardo then covers that puck as it slides in. Olsen now takes it out of the zone. Campbell's able to move that puck up. Carshield then takes him off the puck. They throw it back into the neutral zone. Both teams are now full strength. That comes out to Morvacek as he's regrouping through the neutral zone. He then fires it up the boards. Then tries to push it in. Lynette now with it. He gets it through in the middle of the ice. He's got it right there in the high slot. He circles back around the top of the circle. He then backhands it down deep. He then tries to get it out to the point, but he's not quite able to get it there. Carshield now starting to come out with it. Campbell's able to get back and hold that zone. Carshield's then able to send that the length of the ice, and that's going to be an icing. Campbell picks up that puck. He then throws it into the middle to Olsen. Olsen tries to get it back to the D, but there's no one there. Hagee now has to go back to pick it up. He throws it back up the boards. Olsen then chips it up, trying to get it deep in the zone. Campbell's there. They both go down. Carshield then chips it up. Hagee picks it up. He goes cross ice over to Lynette. Lynette now trying to get it deep in the zone. The Carshield able to poke it out. Carshield now starting to gain the zone, but that's stripped off by Simonson. Simonson now battling right there inside the Guardian zone. That puck goes deep. Campbell's there to pick it up. He backhands it all the way around. Olsen and Hagee there trying to get it up out of the zone. That comes out in the middle. Campbell now moves it across ice to Lynette, but that's intercepted. Carshield now coming back the other way. They fire it on net. That goes wide. Hagee picks it up behind the net. 3 seconds left in the period, and that's going to do it for the first here down in Missouri. So after one, score is 3-0 in favor of the Guardians. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. I got it fixed. I always
Just
forget.
got a text message. Don't shoot the messenger.
I forgot to turn the mute off. Sorry about that. Another goal there by the Guardians by Bennett Algram. He's able to take that puck up the far side and shoot short side and beat that goaltender. Algram now picks it up. He throws it back. They intercept on the blue line, then throw it back down deep into the Guardian zone. Higgy now with it. He tries to get it up to O'Brien. O'Brien now battling on the half wall. They're unable to get it out. They throw it deep. That's intercepted by Cronlund. Cronlund's able to chip it up, trying to get it to Olsen. He can't hold on. They then go cross ice as they start to move it back through the neutral zone. Higgy now steps up, chips it around. He's now moving it up to O'Brien. O'Brien now has it down in the middle of the ice. He's swarmed by a few Carshield players, and that puck goes down into the near corner. Carshield now starting to move out of the zone. Campbell's there trying to break that up. Cronlund's able to step up. He chips it up to O'Brien. O'Brien then tries to get across ice to Campbell. Carshield then picks it up. They try to throw it up. Now Higgy, he has that puck stripped away. That comes right out to Cronlund. Cronlund then goes back to Higgy. Campbell's going to pick that loose puck up in the neutral zone as he starts to skate it into the zone. He gets it right in the middle. He toe drags, comes around to the far side, then loses it into the near corner. Puck comes back into the neutral zone. Simonson with the puck. He gets it over to Cronlund. Cronlund throws it up the boards to Campbell. And O'Brien's not able to get out of the zone. We're going to have an offside. Barno battling, he gets it up to Lynette. Lynette can't quite get to it. That comes out to Algram. He tries to stay on side, is able to hold it just enough. He gets back to it, tries to get over to Barr, but he hits a skate. Algram now with it, he gets it. Carshield now backhands it up out of the zone. That's going to be offsides.
Okay, boys. Okay, Black.
Carshield picks that puck up in their own zone. They then throw it up the boards. That's broken up by Morvacek, but Carshield's able to dump it down deep. That rims all the way around. Carshield's going to beat it into the near corner there. They cook it back. Algram then spins it all the way around. Puck then gets thrown back around behind the net. That puck gets up to Lynette. Lynette to Barr. Barr then stripped off the puck right in the middle. Carshield then throws it back into the neutral zone. Morvacek now with the puck as he starts to regroup. He tries to get up to Lynette, but that's broken up. Lynette with it. Carshield's able to get control of that puck down as they start to throw it on net. That's sealed up by Lombardo, and that kicks out. Campbell picks it up behind the net. He starts to skate it through the neutral zone. He gets a shot on net. That's blocked away. That comes to Barr. Barr with it. He circles back the other way. He tries a centering pass. That comes up. That's caught and shot by Campbell, but that goes wide. Barr now goes back to Cronlund. Cronlund steps around a guy. He starts to move it into the zone. He fires it on net. That just goes wide. That circles around back to Higgy at the other point. He steps around one guy, puts a shoulder into him as he goes down. Higgy shoots, and he scores! Higgy picks that puck up right on the blue line. Uses his body to protect the puck as Carshield guy runs into him, gets piled over, and he's able to skate it up into the net and beats that goaltender short side. That is 5-0 Guardians with 7:53 left in the second period. Guardians win the draw. Higgy picks it up. He circles out and tries to get it up to O'Brien. He can't hold on to it. That's going to go the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing. Carshield wins the draw back to their point. Cronlin's then able to intercept, just dump it back out in the zone. Amos is starting to put pressure on as Carshield picks it up. They then go cross ice to the other D on the far side. They then move it into the middle. That's broken up by O'Brien. Cronlin then picks it up in his own zone. He's looking up ice. He chips it around. One guy, he's now got some room. He comes out into the middle. He's then taken down from behind. No call. O'Brien picks it up. He starts to skate it into the zone. He's tripped. No call. Carshield then rims it all the way around the zone. They then move it up into the middle of the ice. Campbell's hustling back. They shoot it on net. That's blocked by Lombardo, and he's going to cover that up. Carshield wins the draw back to point. They fired on net. That's blocked. Puck's loose out in front. That kicks out. Olsen's able to pick it up at the top of the circles. He then goes cross ice to the net. He cuts back into the middle. Algren picks it up. He's now skating it up the near side here. He's trying to look for a lane back towards the net. He skates it all the way around. He's looking for an opening. He gets it out to Simonson. Simonson fires it. Tipped out in front. Doesn't make it all the way to the net. As Carshield throws it out into the neutral zone. Simonson picks it up to regroup. Simonson then tries to get it over, but he has his pocket picked. Carshield now come back the other way. They shoot. That's pushed away by Lombardo. Comes out to their point. They fired on net. Fluttery shot. Couldn't make it all the way through. Battling now behind the net. Simonson's able to come out with it. He then backhands it over to Olsen. Olsen now trying to get that puck out. He has that puck intercepted right on the blue line, but Simonson's able to get a stick on and get that puck up to Algren. Algren now taking it up the far side. He then dumps it down into the zone and goes for a change. Carshield now throws it up the boards. Olsen comes back, fires that puck down deep into the zone. They flip it high up out of the zone. Cronlin now gloves that one. He's then taken down. Carshield then throws it back into the neutral zone. Carshield now coming back through. They fire it on net. That's tip, goes wide. Cronlin then fires it up the boards. Olsen trying to get it out. He's able to get it there. Campbell, we got a 3-on-1 coming back the other way. He passes it over to Lynette. Lynette hits the brakes. He tries to get it back to the middle. Carshield's able to clear that behind the net. They rim it all the way around. Cronlin's going to hold it on the far side. He starts to dance it back into the zone. Campbell gets it. He goes right through the top of the circle. He fires. That's blocked away by the Carshield goaltender. Carshield now starting to skate it out of the zone. They throw it up the boards and comes out to Cronlin at neutral ice. Cronlin tries to go neutral zone. Excuse me, Cronlin tries to go across ice there, but that's intercepted. Puck's now back in the Carshield zone as they start to skate it up the boards. They hit the brakes. They're now looking to get cross ice. That's intercepted by Higgy. Higgy now with it. He has that puck poked away. It comes now out to Cronlin at center ice. He chips it over to the boards. Barr picks it up on the blue line. He's taken down from behind, and that's going to be a penalty. O'Brien now picks it up. He starts to skate it around the zone. He comes all the way through. That comes back to Barr. Barr's going to have his backhand. He shoots, hits the post, so we're going to have a whistle for that penalty. Battling there on the half wall and the near wall. That comes out. Simonson's able to block that with his glove. He chips it towards the net. That's tipped. That goes wide down into the far corner. Algren now picks it up. He passes it out to Moravicek. Moravicek goes over to Simonson. Simonson goes back to Algren on the far side. He shoots. And that's pushed away, and that's net's going to come off. And we'll have another whistle, or we'll have another face-off down in the Carshield zone. 3:51 left in the second period. Scores 5-0 in favor of the Guardians. Well, a minute 3 left on this power play. Puck comes back. Moravicek goes D to D. Simonson then forced to dump it down deep. Amos picks it up behind the net. He's taken on by one Carshield player. He's battling. Wagram comes in to help out. Carshield comes out with it, but that's intercepted. Lynette now goes back to Amos behind the net. He tries to center it, but that's broken up by Carshield. Carshield now circling out. They throw it down into the neutral zone where Guardians defense will regroup. Simonson then dumps it down deep into the zone. That rims all the way around behind the net. Puck's now loose right at the dot. Carshield able to get it out into the neutral zone. And then shoot it the length of the ice. And that's going to be an icing. Seconds left on the power play. Guardians win the draw. Hagee with it. He dumps it back down to Olsen. Olsen with it. He centers the puck. Puck's loose in front. Carshield's able to clear it out of the danger zone. They throw it up the ice. They're now moving through the neutral zone. He's moving speed. He gets it to the outside. Hagee's pushing him out. They shoot. That's deflected. That goes way up over to the far side. They throw it back out to their point. They then go cross ice. It's intercepted by Campbell. Touchdown loose, that's going to be offside. Carshield wins a draw back into their zone, then throw it out into the neutral zone. Guardians are going to be offside once again. Carshield now coming back the other way. They move it. They fire it on net. That goes wide. Hagee now with it. He tries to get it up to O'Brien. That chips out. Campbell can't hold on to it. They fire it on net. That's pushed away by Lombardo down into the far corner. Simonson then chips it up to Olsen. Olsen can't get it up through the middle. Carshield now with it deep down in the zone. They backhand it towards the front of the net. Puck's loose. That comes out to Olsen. Olsen then chips it out into the neutral zone. Carshield defense picks it up as they start to regroup. They go all the way in. They then throw it right back up the boards. Cronman's going to pick it up. He goes over to Hagee. Hagee then moves it up. He can't get it up to Campbell. Carshield now coming back the other way. He fires. That's blocked and covered by Lombardo. Face-off we'll have down in the Guardian zone. Both teams are full strength. Puck's loose right there on the dot, then it's pushed back. Guardians win that draw. Moravicek rims it around. Barr picks it up on the far side, but he has that puck poked away. Puck then comes out. Moravicek, Barr's not able to hold on to it. They get it back into the zone. That comes out. Barr's not going to pick it out. He chips it around. He's now got some room to skate. We got a 2-on-1. He comes out into the middle of the ice. He comes to the outside. He tries to go through a couple of defenders, then taking off the puck. Puck's now loose right on the half wall. Carshield then able to throw it the length of the ice. That'll be an icing. One minute left in the second period. Face-off down in the Carshield zone. Carshield wins that draw back into the corner. They start to skate it around behind the net. Simonson's trying to hold it on the wall. Barr's now battling there on the blue line. Wagram comes out with it, but Lynette's not able to get out of the zone. face-off just outside Carshield zone. Alderman will take the draw. Puck's pushed forward as Carshield then tries to throw it back in the neutral zone. We're battling right here on the blue line. Lynette now with the puck. He moves it down in the middle of the ice. That comes out in the neutral zone. Defense now regrouping. They go back to Morvacek on the far side. He tries to get it up to Algrim. Barr now with it. He starts to skate it in through the middle of the ice. He gets it over to Lynette. Lynette cuts back into the middle. That shot on net. Puck's loose. That kicks over into the near corner. Alderman and Lynette battling there in the corner. They then rim it all the way around. That's going to go to Morvacek at the point. He steps around a guy. He then dumps it down deep. Algrim's going to pick it up in the corner. Algrim's going to go down. Barr comes in to help out. And that's going to do it for the second period. So after 2, it is 5-0 in favor of the Guardians. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for the third. We are about to start the third period. Scores 5-0 in favor of the Guardians after 2. Carshield will make a couple last-minute line changes here as we move into the third. Face-off solution in front. O'Brien trying to put pressure to get control. Carshield then throws it up the boards. Higgy now goes cross-ice to Cronlin. Cronlin up to Amos. Amos starts to skate it into the Carshield zone. He moves it to the outside. He's looking for an opening towards the front of the net. He then shot, and what a save. Amos has a nice centering pass there. It's a great shot on net, but that goaltender is able to save what was close to a goal there. Scrum right on the face-off dot. Carshield comes out with it. They circle around the far side and throw up the boards. They chip it around Higgy. Cronlin moves over. He breaks that up. Campbell's there. He's able to bring it back through the neutral zone. He's skating it to the outside. He then drops it off to O'Brien, but he can't hold on to it, but he gets back. He's now got control. He dumps it off to Cronlin. Cronlin then throws it hard down to rim it all the way around down behind the net. Carshield then throws it. Amos is going to get there in the near corner. He dumps it off to Campbell. Campbell now battling. Amos now picks it up in the corner.
Ooh, boys.
As he tries to go through the middle, but that's intercepted. Carshield now coming back out in the neutral zone. Crown's going to step up. He's able to break that up. He then stops, gets it back to O'Brien. O'Brien gets it up to Campbell. Campbell fires it on net, and that's gloved by the Carshield goaltender. Guardians win the draw. They then bring it back to Simonson at the point. Simonson then throws it down to the net. He can't hold on. Carshield then rims it around behind the net as they come up the near side. Morvacek's going to step up. That's chipped around him, but Simonson's going to pick it up in his own zone. He skates to then dumps it up to Olsen. Olsen now skating it up the far side. He grits it over to Algrim. Algrim now in the middle of the ice. He's looking for an opening. He drops it to Olsen. Olsen fires. Sorry, that was Lynette. And that's saved by the Carshield goaltender. .12:08 left in the third. Score is still 5-0. Carshield wins that draw as they come up the same boards to which they came. That puck now comes out. Higgy now trying to hold him as he's breaking it up right on the blue line. Campbell picks it up. Campbell now with the puck. He tries to get it over to Barr, but that's picked by Carshield. O'Brien now with the puck. He gets it over to Barr. Barr now with Lane up through the middle. He takes it out to the outside. He fires it towards the net, but that's deflected and goes down behind. Carshield picks it up. They start to circle it up out of their zone. They then go cross ice. Not enough to get out of the zone. Lynette's able to hold it. He's trying to push that puck down deep. Cronlin's there to hold the zone. Campbell now goes over to Higgy. Higgy fires it towards the net. That's pushed out by the goaltender. He goes way out to cover that one. And we'll have a face-off down in the Carshield zone. Face-off's won by the Guardians. Lynette battling there on the wall. That comes right back out to him. He dumps it back to Simonson on the point. Simonson fires it towards the net. That's tipped, but that goes wide. Carshield now coming back up the boards. Morvacek's able to hold it. He cuts back towards the net. He fires it towards the net. That's deflected up, and that goalie's going to hold on to that. We'll have another face-off. Puck's pinned up along the boards on the near side in the Carshield zone. Carshield comes out with it. They start to move it out of the zone. They try to go cross ice, but that's way off the mark, allowing Simonson to get back to pick that up. He goes over to Morvacek. Morvacek now gets up to Amos. Amos tries to get back to the puck. He goes down. Carshield now circles back the other way as they move into the Guardian zone. He gets the outside. Morvacek goes down, fires it on net. That's loose out in front. Puck's loose. He's able to poke it out of there, comes right to their point. They shoot it towards the net. That goes wide. That comes right out in front. Lombardo's then able to get on top of it. We got a scrum there in front of the net. A lot of shoving. As they were hacking on the goalie there pretty good. Well, a face-off down in the Guardian zone. It's not muted. Huh? Sorry. Is it? We'll have some coincidental penalties there. Still 5-on-5 hockey. Puck comes all the way back into the Carshield zone. And then go cross ice. They can't hold on to it. Cronlin then chips it up to Campbell. Campbell then tries to chip it up out of the boards, which he's able to. Gets it out in the neutral zone. Carshield now trying to move it through. Cronlin trying to poke it up at Campbell. Campbell now with the puck. He steps around the guy. He comes back. Nearly gets it out. Amos or O'Brien then shoots. That goes out behind the net. Carshield now coming back the other way. They're skating it up the far side and then move it towards the middle. They got some room. They get it to the outside. They shoot. That's blocked by Lombardo, then pushed out by the defense. Cronlin then loses the puck. Carshield picks it up. They circle it down in the corner. They come back out to their point. Campbell's there to put pressure on. That comes out into the neutral zone, forcing Carshield to regroup. They circle through as they come in, and they then lose it right there on the blue line. Campbell now pushes out into the neutral zone. Carshield picks it up as they start to skate it towards the Guardian zone. Bronlund pokes that puck away into the far corner. They then try to center. That comes loose. That comes over to the far corner. They come out right in the middle. They shoot it on net. That's loose, and Lombardo's able to push that one away. Puck's now in the corner. They pass it out centering one more time, but Guardians defense able to push it all the way out. Their defense now throws it back in deep. Guardians rim it all the way around. Higgie's going to pick it up on the near side. Higgie circles out. He reverses it back to the other side. Cromwell's racing to get there. He tries to backhand it up. It's enough to get it up out of the zone. Carshield's quickly coming back the other way. They fire it on net. That goes way wide. Higgie picks it up in the near corner. That comes out to the Carshield defense. They then throw it over to the far corner. Collins there, trying to get control of the puck. That's poked away. Algren's now going to have it. He gets it through the neutral zone. He tries to get it up to the net, but that's intercepted. Carshield now coming back through the other way. They dump it down deep. That's going to go behind the net. Morvacek's going to pick it up. He then gets it over to Olsen. Olsen tries to dance around one of the Carshield players. He's taking out the puck. Algren now with it at center ice. He throws it up through the neutral zone, trying to get it to the net, but that's broken up. Carshield now coming back the other way. They step around Morvacek. Got a little help from the ref there as he broke that play up. Both teams battling there in a half wall. Campbell comes out with it and he circles it out behind the net. He then comes back the other way. Olsen now moving it through the center. He has his pass intercepted. Carshield then dumps it down into the Guardian zone. They go D to D. Morvacek with it. He passes it up to Olsen. Olsen can't hold on to it. That's going to go the length of the ice. And that'll be an icing. Wins a draw. They have some miscommunication there on the blue line. Barr starts to put some pressure on. He nearly gets to that puck, but Carshield's able to dump it back down into the zone. Morvacek then goes cross ice to Simonson. Simonson then goes up the boards trying to get the bar, but that's going to be long and that's going to be an ice. One by the Guardians. He rims it all the way around. O'Brien's going to pick it up on the far side. O'Brien stripped out the puck. He then gets it up the bar. Barr now skating it through the neutral zone. He then backhands it down deep as that rims around behind the net. O'Brien's going to hustle in, trying to poke that puck away. Puck's now loose. They throw it around the boards. Barr's going to pick it up on the far side. He cuts back. He then comes back out to Higgie. Higgie with it, he throws it cross ice over to Cronlund. Cronlund has a lane, he fires it towards the net, but that goes wide. Campbell Algren now with the puck. He tries to get it out. He gets it out to Campbell behind the net. He circles it around. That's shot. That's sealed up by the goalie. We'll have a whistle and a face-off down in the Carshield zone. Face-off won by the Guardians. Amos with it. He starts to circle the puck down deep into the zone. He's mauled by a couple Carshield players as Campbell comes in to help out. Campbell picks it up. He hits the brace and he starts to move it towards the middle of the ice. He then has a stick lift as Carshield strips that away and moves it out of the zone. They're moving up the far side through the neutral zone. Simonson pushes them to the outside. Then try to center it, but that's broken up. They get control of it. They take a shot on net. That goes off the side and down behind the net. Carshield with it. He steps around. They move it to the outside. They then go back to their point. Their point steps around, then backhands it up to their wing. He's taken on by Simonson in the corner. Lynette now dumps it off to Campbell. Campbell trying to get it out of the zone. He then able to see Amos on the far side. Amos now has a lane. He moves it to the outside. He's then rubbed off the puck. Lynette picks it up on the far corner there. He circles it down towards the top of the zone. Is then stripped off the puck as Carshield comes back through the neutral zone. Auburn hustling back. Cronlin's able to poke that puck away. That comes over. That's going to go right to a Carshield player, but it's sticked away. Auburn's going to pick that up and skate it out of the zone. He gains the red line. He's able to move it to the outside. He's now looking towards the middle. He passes it out. Shot. Saved by the goaltender. Carshield then able to throw it out of the zone. That's not going to be enough for an ice. Higgy's going to go back to regroup. He moves it over to Cronlin. Cronlin back to Higgy. Higgy back up to O'Brien. O'Brien now skating it through the neutral zone. He's taken down. No call.
Contact. Way to control the game, ref. Nice job. That's dirty. That's a dirty play.
O'Brien was taken down on that pass down on the far side of the neutral zone there, and he's slow to get up. Looks as though he's going to be all right. He's back on his feet. Stick claps and applause from the crowd as he makes his way slowly over to the bench. Higgy with the puck, he moves it over to Cronlin. Cronlin starts to look up the ice. He fires it over to Lynette. Lynette picks it up on the far side. He skates it around. He's looking for an opening to get it out into the middle. Carshield now intercepts. That's poked away back into the far corner. They rim it around. That comes out to Higgy at the point. He dumps it off to Campbell. Campbell now, he goes down to Lynette. Lynette goes behind the net to Olsen. Olsen tries to go back to Lynette. That hops up over a stick. Carshield's able to come out with it and chip it up out of the zone. That goes all the way down into the Guardian zone. Cronlin picks it up. He circles around behind the net. He's got heavy pressure on by Carshield. Guardian's unable to break that puck out of the zone there. Carshield now fires it into the middle of the ice. That's broken up by the Guardians, and Campbell's able to push it out. Lynette picks it up. He gets it over to Campbell. Campbell kicks the puck up back to himself, but then he's stripped off. He's forced to circle back through the neutral zone. He goes over to Simonson. Simonson then moves it up the ice to Lynette. Carshield now throws it back into the neutral zone as they're coming back the other way. He's stripped off the puck. Cronlin then steps around two guys as he starts to move it up the ice. He then gets it up to Campbell. Campbell's then taken off the puck, but able to get it back. He toe drags. He goes down. Lynette now battling for the puck on the half wall. Carshield comes out with it. That's intercepted by Campbell right at the blue line. He starts to skate it into the zone. He's then stripped off the puck. Battle now down in the far corner. Carshield rims it all the way around. That's going to come to Morbacek on the point. He dumps it back down deep. Amos bars down there, trying to get control of the puck. He's got it. He starts to circle back towards the net. That comes out to Simonson on the point. He tries to go across ice. Algram then tries to get control. Carshield now coming back the other way. Simonson does a nice job pushing him to the outside. Algram's there to help out. Algram picks it up. He passes it up to Barr. Barr gets it back to Algram. Algram now with speed through the neutral zone. He comes down. He gets it to the outside. He gets it towards the net. He fires. That's blocked by the goaltender. Carshield now breaking it out the other way. Morbacek pushing him to the outside. Amos picks it up on the far side, but he has that puck stripped away. Carshield now coming back into the zone. That rims all the way around. Barr's going to pick that up on the far side. He tries to chip it around the fence. He's not able to get it out. They fire it towards the net. That goes over into the far corner. This Guardian line's absolutely gassed. That shot, Lombardo pushes that one away. Puck's now loose behind the net. Morvacek's will get it. He tries to fire it up the boards, but he can't get much on it. Puck's now still loose. They come right to the net. They shoot and they score. 1:17 left in the third period. Carshield's able to put their first goal on the board. Score is now 5-1. Still favor of the Guardians. Olsen steps around a guy, then has that puck taken away. Carshield now coming back into the zone. Brown then pushes it to the outside. Campbell picks it up. He skates around behind the net. He passes it up to Hagee. Hagee then gets it up to Lynette. Lynette now pushes that puck deeper into the zone. Campbell's there. He passes it out in the middle. Shot by Olsen. That's blocked. Comes out to Crown at the point. He's trying to hold the zone. He dumps it down back to Olsen. Olsen now trying to get control. That comes up to Campbell. Campbell is taking off the puck. He's battling down behind the net. He's got two guys swarming him. Olsen comes in to help out. Carshield comes out with it. Puck's now loose in front. Puck's still loose out there in front. Lynette now with it. He fires it out to shot by Hagee. Hits a skate and kicks over into the far corner. Olsen now with it. He fires it cross ice, but has that puck intercepted. And that's going to be offsides. Face off just outside Carshield's zone. We got 16 seconds left in the game. Puck's still loose on that face-off. Carshield comes out with it. Campbell then intercepts. He skates it back through. He's got some room. He's skating it through the neutral zone. He fires it on net. That goes wide. That comes around. Olsen picks it up on the backside. Olsen's then taking out the puck, but that's going to do it for regulation. Guardians will come away with a win in the first game in this four-game series with a score of 5-1. Both teams now will line up and shake hands. We'll then go get a rest. We'll be back at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. All those who are tuning in, I want to say thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow morning, and we'll see you then. So for tonight, that's